ship live munitions down the path. These wires to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake 'em up. In all this toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the Calamity?
Why auto mod?
So he didn't find the core.
Wait, did it like scumbag?
About to stop us.
Oh, auto mod. Auto mod has been like extremely sensitive recently. Bronze spyglass. Ask about the bronze spyglass taken from the sundown path. Only the stars remain on the horizon. The mountains are gone. We are no closer to the stars now, are we? Oh, okay. Okay, alright, that makes a little more sense.
We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we build. We ain't much for pleasantries.
Anything new?
Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
So out of curiosity, for those
In
of
better
you...
days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
Aww, poor babies. For those of you who have played Supergiant games in the chat,
Of all the plans to survive the Calamity,
what would you
it
say
had
is
to
your
be
favorite?
stabweeds.
Oops.
It cuts down every stabweed like there's gotta be a prize for it. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down.
Leave me alone, I like destroying things. also means I won't have to worry about
We're
running into
stuck
them.
inside one of those fancy cages. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous. No breaking a cage like that, but the kid tries anyway. He throws a switch, gotta find a way to spring it open. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squire's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense.
Aw, thank you,
Judging by the
Squirts.
movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Birdie popped that mean old foreman. At
Thank
this
you,
rate,
buddies.
Maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. Hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy.
No, my putties. They're gone.
It ain't all bad. This kid finds some spice in the fluffland. That's free. It's a troublesome scene to be sure. A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. Give or take a few seconds.
Thank you, stranger.
Finally, the core's within reach.
Ooh.
And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Don't worry, Coco. They love you from the underworld. I didn't deserve their help. I let them down.
I still remember the look on his face after that one.
Panicked. Hyperventilating. Ancient spices. Ask about the ancient spices found tucked away in the melting pot. Where did they come from and when?
Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Calamity. It was good living here for a while.
And now we're up floating on a slowly crumbling rock.
Kid ain't finished here yet.
Oops, right.
The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
Distillery. Oh yeah.
Makes
New
time to
spirits
sample
in stock.
spirits from my personal supply.
Alright. Fetching Fizz. Hardy Punch. 1 chance to carry on if defeated. Damage surrounding foes if defeated. Aromatic beverage served piping hot. According to folk tales, it can almost wake the dead. Cinder Bricked Stout. 33% speed while defending. Spicy nutty flavors and a dry aftertaste. Very heavy and filling. Let's try this one.
Cinder Brick Stout sure goes down smooth, then stays in your gut like a rock.
The Hanging Gardens. Core detected. Beyond that, no telling what awaits. A veil hangs over this place. I would say he's a young adult. They never give an exact age, but he has... You'll learn more about him later on. Despite him being called the kid, I think it might
The
just...
dead welcome him with open arms.
I think it's just since the narrator is the stranger, that old man, he just refers to him as a kid since he's so much older than him.
The Calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the Calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. It was someone like him. Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
A sigil.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The core survives as well. And then what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zulf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelandia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
Oh yeah, Coco, I forgot to ask, how do you feel about Detective Bad without going into spoilers? To be honest, I was always pretty ambivalent to his character. Honestly, it's so hard to find something to say about him. It just... For most of the characters that were introduced in Investigations 1, I really didn't form that much of a connection with any of them. The first time I played the game, to be honest, I didn't even like Kay. Since replaying it with Rosh and Saku, just, you know, with their ad-libbing and all that, I've come to like her a little more, but really, most of the new characters in that game for me were just eh. The only one I really liked was Callisto Yu. I don't know, something about all of them just felt so... Like, none of the characters in Ace Attorney are what I would consider super deep, but the ones in Investigations 1 especially just felt really flat to me. Alright, let's see what Zulf has to say. Talk to Zulf about life in Caelandia before the Calamity. What was it like living in the city? Did you get homesick?
For Zulf, Caelandia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
Braunt's spyglass. Offer Zulf the spyglass found on the sundown path. Maybe this can help you take your mind off things. You could help us find new skyway paths.
Zulf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the Calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says.
Ura Sigil. Ask Zulf about the Ura Sigil discovered in the Hanging Gardens. Have you been in Caelandia long? Do you travel all the way from the east?
He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Uras sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since.
Ura Sigil. Ask about the Ura Sigil discovered in the Hanging Gardens. Were there many Ura living in the city before the Calamity? Can they be trusted here?
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. The cores. You remember? That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
Memorial. Plans for a structure that chronicles past and future efforts. Just needs a place to build it. A necessary testament to the Calamity. By paying tribute to the past, one may better prepare for the future. Or at Lost and Found. Plans for a facility that holds and restores a variety of valuables. Just need a place to build it. The Calamity tore the old world to pieces, yet even the smallest fragment can be restored in the Bastion. I don't quite remember what this does. I think this is for challenges. So let's go with this first. Whoops.
Can't be too careful these days. The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Okay, so we get different items and for upgrades and different skills. Oh, and mementos too. Stab synth. Automatically retaliate when injured. Waxy thirst quenching drink refined from ground. Stabweed needles. Spitting up the needles is considered rude but effective. Okay. Lunkhead liquor. 100% damage when counter-blocking with the bullhead shield. Bitter, leathery flavor comes from bits of lunkhead scales, believed to improve reflexes. Bastion bourbon. Health tonics fully restore health, +2 tonic capacity. That's not bad. Soothing, hot herbal brew with restorative properties, hints of citrus and berry flavors. That actually sounds enticing. Whale ale, 25% damage using secret skills. Mariners concocted this mixture to see them through rough waters. Musky, smoky aroma. Darn right I am, Kime. And hello, Smooth. Welcome, the two of you. Hope you're doing well. Ragged hood, a memento, a soiled garment like the gas fellas wear. Gas fellas used to tend the mines, but now are storming the remains of Ceylondia in alarming numbers. But for what? Something heavy. We've read that. This is for the war machete. And this is for the fang repeater. So we definitely want that. Yes.
All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
For a certain weapon. I guess that's one we don't have yet. So let's get the war machete as well. And then the Bastion bourbon. Okay, so... Plus blades per throw. 100% critical damage. Let's look at the fang repeater first. Oh, we haven't. Plus 8 ammo capacity, so let's go for that.
Bones still have some spark in them.
Wider attack spread or 50% more damage. Let's go for that.
Those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Alright. I think we've made some good improvements.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
Pith Orchard or Cinder Brick Fort. Too bad it lies deep inside the toughest fort in the city. It should be nestled by the shrine to the god of commotion and order.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either.
I'm glad we landed on that nice cushiony cushion.
Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the orchard core is long gone too.
No, not this thing.
Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog.
Oh, we could say that.
Pith stood for something once. Something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell them off?
Pith, god of commotion and order, foes shall grow quicker to move and strike. The wakeful bull, patient yet temperamental, adorns the city walls with his likeness. So here, you can choose to make enemies harder, and it gives you bonuses. Me being a fool who was just trying to get through this game, I didn't the first time I played, I didn't actually ever read these descriptions. So I kept invoking them all and wondering why the hell I wasn't able to progress. Everything was so hard. Whoops.
Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore.
And you know what? I think I did the exact same thing in Transistor too. So when I played Higher and I got through the similar system that they have there, I was like, yeah, no.
Kid ain't never seen windbags that quick. Maybe old Pith put a scare in him. Gods ain't gonna catch you if you fall. Kid passes Pith's trial, and he's richer for it. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god. Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
Plush Pith. Ask Zolf about the plush toy from Pith Orchard. Would you like to hang on to this? The Ura people worship the same gods as us, after all.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy. Turn him round and round all you like. Pith's still gonna be ugly.
Well, now that's just rude. The gods didn't bother to stop the Calamity, did they?
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls. There's only one way to Pacific Rim Portal. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. The Calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky.
Whoa.
They've been left to freeze, or starve, or face the kill.
It could be worse. Wait, are they still coming out with Age of Empire games?
Fighting for the fort.
I just remember playing the original games when I was tiny. Tiny.
At least the marshals let the kid part of the gift. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal.
I do enjoy that they do have like so many different weapons so you can come up with your own playstyle. So I think I will try to at least give each weapon their fair go. I do think that the Fang Repeater Machete is like easy mode. Since you can pretty much just keep your distance the entire time.
Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days.
Is there anything back here we could grab? Yes, there is. This game is called This game is called Bastion, and it is the first game by Supergiant. Essentially, the game starts off with you literally waking up on a floating rock. Overnight, your entire city has been destroyed and is just a floating, like different sections of the city in the sky. So there's this one area called the Bastion, which seems to be the only stable floating rock around, and you're slowly rebuilding it. Alright, so let's change out machete so I can try some other things. Let's go for the hammer.
As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though.
It's not my first time playing it, but I do like it I do like it a lot.
So many of those sorry things hold up inside that old fort. He's blasting everything in sight with that newfangled musket.
It's a really fun game.
Times like this, kids glad he packed trip mines. Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
Keeping my distance from these since they just flamethrowers. Don't know. Can you counter that? Yeah, no, you can't.
Afraid to get burned.
Yes, I am. I'm very much afraid to get burned. That's why I'm playing this tactic of just keeping my distance. Let me try again. Oh, you can. Okay, never mind. You just gotta be very quick about it.
They trapped the kid in the middle of the force parade grounds. takes down gluteus, or maybe it was glandin. The windbags finally get the message.
Fire is fun if I'm inflicting it on other people. I'm not so sure how I feel about having it inflicted on me.
Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
Smooth. I want to know the story of how 4
Kid
Pixels
shows
came
up
to be.
just as Ulf's telling me about his own journey to the city.
I wouldn't say that's the most interesting story. I can't remember the exact circumstances. I know that it started with me and Kime, and literally we just saw a post on Tumblr that was like, I really wish that there was like a super popular all-girls gaming group. And I was like, I kind of wish that too. And Kime was the one who like first made the suggestion. Well, how about we start one? And that was it. We were pretty much just inspired by that post. We both loved video games, so we were like, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe.
Marshal's badge. Ask Zulf about the Marshal's badge retrieved from Cinderbrick Fort. Thank you for coming by, Binks, and I hope you have lots of fun. Did the Marshals ever give you a hard time being in Ura and all?
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Smoking pipe. Ask Zulf about his smoking pipe. Where did you get this? In the city they used to say this stuff was very strong.
Zulf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
The Marshals brought the city back to working order after the war, didn't they?
Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him. Poor kid collapses after just one drag.
Weak. Ah, fuck, I forgot to change my stuff. Oh, this is gonna be... Yeah, that's pretty much how it went, Marco.
The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history.
I don't know if I'll be able to finish this with this weapon set. I don't much care for it, but let's give it a shot.
Catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie.
Work hasn't been bad. It's been... Can't say much is different. other than what I already told you since we last spoke. But in general, for everyone else, I am currently doing early disclosures on loans, which means I have to be in. I have to go into the office.
But he had his mama to
I should have left that there.
Frail thing with pure white hair like his.
And I don't mind that so much, despite how things are with COVID still being an issue. Because of it, I'm personally just glad for the opportunity to get out of the house a little. It is a little unfortunate that since I don't have a car, I'm reliant on the bus, but make do. The only thing I guess is a little bit of a problem is that I'm pretty much the only person doing early disclosures, so it can get a little taxing at times. And since everything needs to be done within a certain amount, like once we get a loan, we need to send out those early disclosures within 3 days of receiving them. It can get a little stressful sometimes. But I'm managing, and it's kind of nice because it also means that I'm pretty much allowed to do overtime whenever I want. So that means more money.
He was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Calamity safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Oh, gotta get rid of these guys fast. Whoa, frick. Woo, oops. Oh god, they destroyed so much.
The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelandia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
Oh, so an update on the Animorphs thing. So I went ahead and, you might have seen it actually, I went ahead and tweeted K.A. Applegate, and she got back to me, she actually responded to me, because the email that was on the website, I found it strange, but the email that was on the website, was only for questions regarding her latest book series, which is just some like
Out there, kid learn to fend
very,
for
very
himself,
young kids'
learn
books.
to build, learn to break.
So she gave me a another email that I could reach out to for rights specifically about Animorphs. So just yesterday, just last night. So I'm going to see if I can get in touch with that woman and see if we can do that. And you know, even if they say that we're not allowed to read them, we can still just do like discussions for each book.
Standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody.
Since I've started doing some reading on Twitch, I was very interested in doing Animorph reading. So, but obviously I need to get the rights for that first.
One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart.
Oops. Let me do that. And it just falls. I love when they just fall.
He saw nothing where the world used to be. The Calamity happened just like that.
I love trap mines.
All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
So close. Woo.
Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
Ooh. Oh, so many. Oh, so many. Whoa. Whoa. Oh god, they're destroying everything.
Will have finally arrived at Caelandia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else.
Still 3 more. Wish I had switched up my weapon set. Oof.
But then, all I got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, fuck.
What was I saying? Anyway,
Oh. Alright, it got that.
sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me.
Oh, shit. Not this. No. I don't think we're gonna. Nope.
Past don't matter for nothing now.
Alas. At least that's not like a actual stage. But you do get points. That's mostly for getting lore. I'll give it another shot once once I switch out everything, but we are very close to the end. You finally got all the books you were missing that your sister stole, borrowed, and never returned to me. I'm definitely going to be buying them because like my collection is all scattered everywhere. I think like I have about half of them, but barely any consecutive ones. But you know what? We are at 4:45, which means that is the end of this stream. But we still have plenty more games to come. Next, Kime will be playing the Red Hunter Sorotarobo. Yeah, that's probably not the pronunciation. She'll be starting at exactly 5 p.m. Then afterwards, Moon will be playing Beyond Eyes, and then all three of us will be playing Fata Morgana. So please stick around if you can. Once again, thank you everyone who has been supportive of us. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and write this. And this. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give Kimi time to be able to get set up. See you in a bit in the chat.